Thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday. I'm a meteorologist with your tropical update. We have got some interesting developments in the tropics. Tropical Storm Kiko has now officially formed. Let me show you the latest. Here it is. This is infrared satellite imagery. We're seeing that center of circulation now exposed. That means it is no longer an area or a potential tropical cyclone. It is now a reformed tropical storm. Here are the latest stats on it. Maximum sustained winds 45 miles per hour. It is moving to the west at 16 miles per hour. And it is located about 830 miles southwest of Bermuda. And here's a look at the wind field. You can see that it's starting to take on that circular shape. Still some ragged edges to it. But all in all, pretty good organization for this time of year. Remember, it's middle. Typically, we don't see a lot of systems get going this far north in the Atlantic Basin this time of year. So this is kind of unusual in that aspect. Now, what's going to happen with it? Is it going to become a hurricane before it potentially makes landfall somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic, or does it fizzle out? Well, let me show you the latest computer models on it. This is the GFS model. It shows landfall near Bermuda as a tropical storm. But notice this. It starts to pick up steam again once it gets past Bermuda. If that were to happen, that would be very unusual because usually these kind of die out quickly after making landfall or getting so close to land. But the GFS model really wants to keep this thing alive and kicking as a stronger system once it gets past Bermuda. Okay, so the GFS model is one model. This is another one. The European model. Look at this! European model keeps it as a tropical storm. In fact, it doesn't even allow it to gain strength as it moves past Bermuda. Both models pretty much in agreement. The big difference is the GFS showing a little bit of a stronger system once it gets past Bermuda, whereas the European model has it staying at or below tropical storm strength. I want to show you something else that's interesting. Take a look at the sea surface temperatures here. The yellows and the reds. Those are your warmer waters, 80 degrees or above. And there's plenty of it, especially right around Bermuda. In fact, right where the center of circulation is right now, it's about 84 degrees. So, plenty warm enough for this system to pick up additional strength. Now, as it moves off to the west, it's going to encounter cooler waters. You see those purples and blues? Those are your cooler waters, 79 degrees or below. So the water temperatures will not be an issue as it moves to the west. In fact, it is going to encounter favorable conditions for it to develop into a hurricane before it gets to those cooler waters. So, there's still time for it to strengthen. But remember, it's mid-August. It should be fizzling out, okay? Statistically speaking, we're in that part of the season where things start to decrease in terms of activity. But it's got a few factors working in its favor. It's got favorable sea surface temperatures, a very conducive environment for development, and it's also got low wind shear. There's not a lot of wind shear out there, meaning it can grow vertically. Usually, when you have higher wind shear, you have more of a flat, pancake-like shaped system. It can't grow up into the atmosphere. So all of that is working in its favor. So, will it become a hurricane before it possibly makes landfall somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic? Or does it fizzle out? I think it's going to come down to how quickly it can organize. If it can quickly organize, then we could be looking at a hurricane. If it takes too long to organize, then it's going to run into those cooler waters and it's going to weaken. As for the next name on the list, that would be Franklin. If it becomes a hurricane, it would be the first hurricane of the season. The hurricane season officially started June 1st. We're now in August and we haven't had a hurricane. So we've dodged a bullet so far in terms of direct hits to land. Hopefully that continues to be the case. That's the latest with Tropical Storm Kiko. I'll be giving updates every day at 4 p.m. on our website and on our social media pages. You can also sign up for our free email newsletter. We'll keep you updated as well. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.